Hi everyone! In this tutorial you'll see how to make this beautiful flower with 6 spiral petals. The central part of this flower has 6 little petals as well, which can be seen only on the front of the flower. On the back, those petals are not visible. You can see just a simple flat mesh. Also, I'll explain how you can create the same flower but without those petals in the center. In this case, your flower will look like this one I have. For work, I'll be using space dyed yarn and of course a crochet hook. Begin the work by making a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now join the chain and the round by making a slip stitch into the first chain stitch. The foundation ring is ready. Now begin the first round. Chain 1 to bring up the yarn and single crochet 11 into the foundation ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the last stitch 11. Complete the first round by making a slip stitch into the first chain stitch. The first round is ready. The second round is a round of chain spaces. So chain 1 to bring up the yarn and start round 2. Then chain 3 for the chain space. 1, 2, 3. Now single crochet into the next stitch of previous round. Repeat chain 3 for the chain space and single crochet into the next stitch. Again, chain 1, 2, 3 and single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and single crochet into the next stitch. Continue and work the same till the end of the round. There should be 12 chain spaces in this round. Once you single crocheted into the last stitch of previous round, chain 3 for the last chain space and then complete the round by making a slip stitch into the first chain stitch of this round. The second round is ready. Now start round 3, which will be the same, a round of chain spaces. First, to move the yarn, make a slip stitch into each of next 2 chain stitches. Insert the hook into the first chain stitch and slip into the next one and slip. Then chain 1 to bring up the yarn and basically start round 3. Then chain 3 for the chain space, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet into the next chain space of previous round. Repeat chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and single crochet into the next chain space. Again chain 3, 2, 3 and single crochet. Continue and work the same till the end of the round. Let's complete round 3. Once you made 3 chain stitches for the last chain space, slip into the first chain stitch we made on the beginning of the same round. So round 3 is ready. The fourth round will be exactly the same as round 3. So repeat. First, move the yarn to the center of the first chain space by making a slip stitch into each of next 2 chain stitches. 1 and into the next chain stitch 2. Then chain 1 to bring up the yarn and chain 3 more for the chain space. 1, 2, 3. Single crochet into the next chain space of previous round. Repeat chain 3 and single crochet into the next chain space. Again, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet into the next chain space. Continue and work the same till the end of this round. To complete round 4, chain 3 for the last chain space and then slip into the first chain stitch we made on the beginning of this round. Round 4 is ready. The next 2 rounds will be rounds of a bit larger chain spaces. Let's start round 5. The same. To move the yarn to the center of the first chain space of previous round, make a slip stitch into each of next 2 chain stitches. 1 and into the next one, 2. Then chain 1 to bring up the yarn, and now chain 4 for the chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet into the next chain space of previous round. Repeat chain 4 for the next chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4. And single crochet into the next chain space of previous round. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain stitches and single crochet into the next chain space. Continue and work the same till the end of the round. Here I made 4 chain stitches for the last chain space. Now to complete the round, make a slip stitch into the first chain stitch we made on the beginning of the same round. So now round 5 is completed. Now begin round 6, which will be the same as round 5. So repeat. First, move the yarn to the center of the first chain space by making a slip stitch into each of next 2 chain stitches. Then chain 1 to bring up the yarn, and chain 4 for the chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet into the next chain space of previous round. Again, chain 4 and single crochet into the next chain space. Again, chain 1, 2, 3, 4 and single crochet into the next chain space. Continue and work the same till the end of the round. To complete round 6, chain 4 for the last chain space and then slip into the first chain stitch we made on the beginning of this round. Round 6 is ready. Let's begin round 7, round of single crochet stitches. To begin, chain 1 is to bring up the yarn and single crochet 4 into the first chain space of previous round. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then single crochet into the next single crochet of previous round. Again, single crochet 4 into the following chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet into the following stitch of previous round. Again, single crochet 4 into the chain space and single crochet into the stitch. Continue and work in this way till the end of the round. I'm about to complete round 7. Once you're done working into the last chain space, make a slip stitch into the first chain stitch we made on the beginning of the same round. Now round 7 is ready. With this round we've completed the center part of our flower made of simple mesh stitch. Now let's start the last round, round 8, where I'll be crocheting spiral petals made of complex stitches. Let's continue together. Chain 1 to bring up the yarn, then single crochet into the same chain stitch made on the beginning of previous round. You remember, into the same chain stitch we worked a slip stitch to complete round 7. Continue and make the foundation for the petal. Start the complex stitch. Chain 1, then chain 4 more to bring up the yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now begin the treble crochet stitch. Yarn over the hook twice. 1, 2, and work into the 5th chain stitch away from the hook, or it is the same first chain stitch away from the single crochet we've just made. Insert the hook, pull up a loop, and do not complete this treble. Yarn over and pull through 2 twice. 1, 2. 2 loop remain on the hook. Now continue with the second treble crochet stitch. Yarn over the hook twice, work into the same chain stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 twice. 1, 2. Hold 3 loops on the hook and work the double treble stitch. Yarn over the hook 3 times, work into the same stitch, pull up a loop, and do not complete the stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2, repeat 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now we have 4 loops on the hook. Hold these loops and start the last stitch, the quadruple treble stitch. You remember to work the quadruple treble, yarn over the hook 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And work this stitch into the 9th single crochet of previous round. It is the 4th single crochet made into the 2nd chain space. So now let's see together. This is the 1st chain space with stitches, and here is the 2nd one. Find the last 4th single crochet made into the 2nd chain space. Here is this stitch. Again, this is the chain space, 2nd one. 1, 2, 3. Count the 4th stitch made into this chain space. Insert the hook into, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2, repeat 5 to work the quadruple treble stitch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Work until you have 5 loops on the hook. Then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook at once to complete the complex stitch. This complex stitch we've just completed is the foundation for our spiral petal. Now I'll show you how to create a spiral on top of this complex stitch. So to continue, turn the work to the back and continue under these chain stitches we started the complex stitch with. Make 9 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last single crochet 9. Then turn the work to the front and now single crochet 9 under the post of this double treble stitch. So work under the post, single crochet 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last one 9. Now I'll continue working around here on this side and then here on the opposite side to create the spiral. So I'm going around and around to the center to create the spiral. So turn the work and under the post of the first treble single crochet 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Turn the work and work under the post of the next stitch. Work the same. Single crochet 7. 1, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's see what we have so far. We have created the center of our spiral petal. Here it is. Now I'll be going backwards, working through the same stitches we've just made. So let's continue. Turn the work clockwise. Chain 1 to bring up the yarn. And starting from the first stitch, do not skip any stitches of previous row. Single crochet 7 in a row. So insert the hook into the first stitch and single crochet through. 1, continue into the next stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the next stitch, 7. Still continue working on another side, single crochet into each of next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then half double crochet into the next stitch. And now continue work into the next stitches of our spiral. Into the next stitch, let me find it. Here is this stitch. Work 2 stitches. First half double crochet, and then double crochet into the same stitch. Now I'll stop for a while just to show you the result. Here, let me turn the work to the front. Here is our spiral. This is the central part, which is completed. Now I'll continue working around. I'll be working through the following stitches of our spiral here. And then I'll continue working under the post of quadruple treble stitch. Let's continue together and see how to do it. So continue and work under the following stitches of the spiral. Double crochet into the next stitch. Then double crochet twice into the next stitch. 1 and 2. Repeat the same stitch sequence 3 more times. So double crochet into the next stitch and double crochet twice into the following one. 1 and 2. Again, double crochet into the next stitch and double crochet twice into the next stitch. 1 and 2. And the last time, double crochet into the next stitch and double crochet twice into the following stitch. 1 and 2. Then continue double crochet into the next stitch and into the next stitch double crochet, and then treble crochet into the same stitch. Yarn over the hook twice and work into the same stitch. Treble crochet. Then treble crochet into the following stage of our spiral. And then into the next stage, treble crochet twice. One and two. Repeat the same 2 more times. Treble crochet into the next stitch and treble crochet twice into the following stitch. 1 and 2. Again, treble crochet into the next stitch and treble crochet twice into the following stitch. 1 and 2. Now you can see that we have only 1 stitch left on the spiral element. It is single crochet stitch of previous round. Here it is. Work into the single crochet stitch. So treble crochet, and then double treble crochet. Yarn over the hook 3 times and work into the same stitch. Now I'll continue. I'll be working under the post of the quadruple treble stitch here. Here you can see that we have completed the center part of our spiral petal. Here how it looks like. Now let's continue and work under the post of quadruple treble stitch. So first, double treble crochet 7. Yarn over the hook 3 times to work the double treble stitch. 1, 2, 3, and work under the post of that toe stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to do 2 more. 6, and the last double treble. 7. Here 7 double trebles are made. Continue work under the same post. Treble crochet 3, 1, 2, and the last 3. Then double crochet 3. 1, 2, and the last double, 3. Then half double crochet, work under the same post, and single crochet, the same work under the same post. To complete the spiral petal, single crochet into the same single crochet of previous round that our quadruple treble stitch is coming out of. Now, we might need to straighten up all the stitches to make our spiral perfectly seen. Let me do it. And this is how the petal should look like. I remind you that we are working on round 8 and I have completed the first petal. First we made a base of complex stitch and then crocheted a spiral in 2 rows on top of that complex stitch. If you wish to make a flower that looks like the one I have in front of me, which is with the flat center made of simple mesh and has 6 spiral petals, you need to continue this round and crochet 5 more petals the exact same way as we did the first one. If you don't mind to do an extra job and embellish the center with some crochet elements to make the middle part of the flower more interesting and make the flower look different, I will show you how to continue round 8 and at the same time crochet these elements in the center. They will be made and seen on the front of the flower only. On the back you will see the same mesh as before. So let's continue round 8 and make the center look different. Once you complete the first petal, continue with the first central element. Chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is for the chain space. And now let me show you where you need to secure this chain space. Let's start counting from the bottom of our first petal. From this point. This first petal is coming out of this stitch of previous round that is right under the single crochet stitch on lower round. Here also will be the same. The second petal will be coming off this next single crochet of previous round. So from the bottom of the first petal, we need to count lower 3 stitches. We need to go lower, then lower and lower till the single crochet stitch of round 2. From this single crochet, find the next single crochet to the left and work around the post of that single crochet. So I'll turn the work a bit for convenience and I will hold this single crochet stitch with my left thumb. Now take the working loop, insert the hook under the post of that single crochet stitch and work a single crochet to secure the chain space we've just created. Now let's see once again. From the bottom of the first petal, I counted down 3 single crochet stitches. Let's do it together. Here, go lower 1, then go lower 2 and 3. From this last single crochet stitch on round 2, count 1 single crochet to the left and work around this stitch to secure our chain space and make the base for the central element. Now turn the work and continue into the chain space of 7. First single crochet, then half double crochet, and now double crochet 9 into the same chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last double, 9. Continue working into the same chain space, half double crochet, and single crochet. The central element is almost ready. Now to complete it, let's turn the work straight like we're working the current round and slip into the single crochet that this element is coming out of. Here it is. You see I'm inserting the hook into 2 loops and work a slip stitch through like this. So now the first spiral petal and the first central element are ready. To continue round 8, you would need to single crochet into the next single crochet of previous round, which is made into the single crochet stitch of round before. Then chain 1 to start the complex stitch. Then chain 4 to bring up the yarn, and so on. Work the same as we crocheted the first petal. This is the front of our work. And here how our work looks from the back. Continue and work creating petals and elements, or just petals, and depends what flower you would like to have, till the end of the round. Here I'm about to complete round 8. I made the flower with central elements, as you can see. So now let's complete this round. So once the last central element is ready, insert the hook into the first single crochet of this round, into this stitch. So you need to skip the chain stitch we made on the beginning and slip into the first single crochet. The last round and the flower is ready. You can cut off the yarn and secure the ends. Our beautiful 6 spiral petal flower is ready. This is how it looks from the front. And this is the back. I prefer to make these kind of flowers by using the space dyed yarn. Here I have another flower, the exact same flower for demonstration. I also made it of space dyed yarn, and if you wish you can add a bead to the center just to make it nice. Again, the central elements or petals we crochet while working the last round of our large petals, and they are visible only on the front. Without these central elements, the flower will look like this one. It is also beautiful, but a little bit different. Thank you so much for watching, and don't miss our next projects.